do have a listing, let's say, that sells, you might reach back out to the neighbors and talk about that and create a story. And so what do those calls look like if I'm an agent who has no clue how to start that call? What does that look like?
Here's another funny thing that I learned, and it's called a pattern interrupt. A lot of times when people will make, say, circle prospecting calls, and they want to tell the neighborhood, I just sold one over here on Minerva Street or whatever. The person picks up and they say, hi, my name is so-and-so from XYZ company or what, click. I've learned not to do that. And I still believe 75 to 90% of the agents start out a conversation that way. Typically, when I do calls like circle prospecting or whatnot, I'll almost sound like I'm tripping. Like when they pick up the phone, I'll say, hi, I'm not sure if I've got the right person or not. Is this the owner of the home on Merrill Street? And all of a sudden, it's like they're curious. Who is this? Is this a sales call? Or, so you keep them on the phone that extra 1, 2, 3 seconds. Then once you determine you've got the right person in that right location, then I could introduce myself. I could say, hi, my name is Carlo. I'm one of your neighbors. I only need a minute of your time. Can we take a minute to discuss why I called today? Sure. He only needs a minute. Why not? Okay, I'm one of your neighbors, as I mentioned. I just sold a home around the corner from you, and then I get into my spiel. But I never, ever, ever start the phone call out by, hi, my name is so-and-so with XYZ company. Click. They look at it as a sales call. I almost trip, like I almost stumble when they answer. Hi, is this the owner of the home on Minerva? I'm not sure if I have the right person. To me, that opens their curiosity. I've had a lot of success opening calls that way as opposed to the traditional way.
Great. You talked about circle prospecting. For somebody who doesn't understand what circle prospecting is, why don't you break it down at a third grader level, let's say?
Sure.
Great.
Circle prospecting would be any way you could get in front of the people that are closest to a home that you're selling or have sold. So for example, you've got a home at 2422 Yale. You at the very least, I believe, would want to talk to 10 neighbors to the left, 10 neighbors to the right, and 20 neighbors across the street. That's 40 neighbors at the very least, preferably 100 or 200 of the closest people, but at the very least 40, 10, 10, and 20. Whether you pick up the phone, maybe you've got a dialer or whatever, maybe whether you pick up the phone and try to talk to them by voice, or you go knock on their doors, or you do both of those things. You call and you pick up, you go out and knock on their door and send a postcard. That's layering. So maybe they didn't pick up the phone because they weren't home that day. Maybe they didn't answer the phone because they were at work or whatever. They were gone. They'll get a postcard from you. Maybe they were home when you called and they said, no, I'm not interested. I'm not open to offers. I'm staying here forever, whatever. They heard your name. Then they got a postcard from you a couple days later. Maybe they weren't home when you knocked on their door, but they got 2 out of your 3 attempts. Maybe they got the phone call. Maybe they were home when you knocked, and then they got a postcard. There's 3 contacts for 1 sale or 1 listing, whatever.